I was born with a weird condition. The second I touched water, my legs would turn into a snake tail. It scared me so bad I'd go days without drinking. But every time I couldn't hold out and snuck a sip, it only got worse. It wasn't just my legs. Scales spread all over my body. I locked myself inside and refused to go out. My parents were heartsick over it. They saw doctor after doctor, but nothing worked. In the end, they found an old Taoist on Mount Zhongnan. He lightly tapped the center of my forehead, and just like that, all the scales vanished. He said my power was leaking out and had to be contained. Once I mastered it, I would never turn into a snake again. From that day on, I followed him into the mountains to train. 10 years passed, and my power finally reached its peak. I was ready to leave. Then suddenly I felt my sister's soul fading. By the time I tracked her down through our twin bond, her heart was gone, her immortal bones ripped out, and she'd been dumped in a mass grave. When she saw me, she gave me a sad smile. "Sis, this is good. At least I got to see you one last time." And then she turned to ash right in front of me. After a long silence, I slowly smiled. "That soft heart of yours should have been cut out long ago. The family you wanted to protect is mine to deal with now, and I'll make them pay back every bit of what they owe you." After I buried my sister, I went straight to the Huo family. The steward walked up to me. He sneered, "You're still alive? Get lost and don't try pulling anything." My sister and I looked almost identical, but our vibes were nothing alike, and he didn't notice a thing. I gave him a cold look. "Who gave you the nerve to talk to me like that?" A sharp crack split the air. In a blink, every bone in his body shattered. He shook all over in pain and stared at me like he'd seen a ghost. How do you still have powers?" I smiled and said softly, "Old man, tell me how I lost my immortal bones, and how exactly my heart got ripped out." The steward's eyes went wide with terror. "You're not Bai Jin." I crouched down and crushed his bones piece by piece like I was grinding up an ant. He screamed in agony, snot and tears all over his face. I'll talk! The young miss got seriously sick, and the young master used some method to take your immortal bones to heal her. But even then, he still ended up with chest pain. The young master said you're immortal, so you wouldn't die anyway. So he took your heart too to treat her condition. That's all I know. Please have mercy, spare my worthless life. Oh, my foolish sister. They stole your immortal bones, ripped out your heart, and reduced you to dust. This is the family you died protecting, and this is the fiancé you were promised to. Don't you hate them? How could you still smile before you died? My eyes turned blood red. I sneered, "The merciful immortal is dead because of you. Wherever I go, blood will flood the ground. I won't kill him outright. I'll give him a death that's far more hopeless." I followed the trail until I stood before Li Yan. A teacup came flying straight at my face. If I were an ordinary person without powers, my face would have been ruined. I caught it easily. His eyes were burning with anger. "Bai Jin, did you make me wait on purpose?" "What exactly are you unhappy about now?" I hid my rage behind a calm face. "You took my bones, ripped out my heart, and tried to destroy me in the 7-kill array. If it were you, would you be okay with that?" "The 7-kill array? That was to help your body recover. And I already promised you once Jingjing is healed, I'll marry you." I shot him a disgusted look. "A mortal fool! You think you're worthy?" Just then, a girl walked out from the inner room. In a sweet voice, she said, "Brother Ye, is Sister Bai Jin still mad at me? It's all my fault for getting so sick and making you two fight because of me. I feel awful. Let me kneel and apologize to her." I glanced at her and let out a cold laugh. "So it's just a rat spirit. You want to take my sister's immortal bones and heart? You should ask if you can even handle them first." Li Yan looked annoyed. He comforted Hu Jingjing. "Bai Jin is my fiancé. You're my cousin. It's only right that she saves you. Don't feel guilty. Forget her heart. Even if it took her life to save yours, she has no right to refuse." Hu Jingjing shot me a nasty look. "Sister, does your chest still hurt? Yesterday, when Brother Li Yan personally dug out your heart, you passed out from the pain. Luckily, I happened to get a healing array and left you in it overnight. That's why you recovered so fast." So that's it. The 7-kill array was her doing. I forced down the urge to kill. My sister's power was no weaker than mine. Yet she still ended up like that. Something was seriously off in this mansion. I wasn't just here to avenge her. I was here to take back her bones and heart. So I decided to wait and watch. I gave him a gentle smile. "Then I should thank you. Can I have my heart back now?" Hu Jingjing smiled wickedly. "Nope. I'm not done using it. When I'm done, I'll give it back to you. If you want it, pour me a cup of tea first. If I'm in a better mood, you'll recover faster too." Right then, a maid brought over a cup of scalding tea. My face darkened. My hands clenched till they creaked. I slowly lifted the tea and handed it to her. In my mind, I saw my sister after losing her immortal bones, trapped here, pushed around and humiliated however they wanted. For the first time in forever, even my cold heart ached. And just as Hu Jingjing smugly pretended she was about to knock over the cup, I splashed the tea right in her face. Sorry, couldn't help it. Hu Jingjing screamed and jumped up. "It's hot! How dare you splash me!" Li Yan rushed over to check on her, then turned and shouted at me. "Bai Jing, you've got some nerve. So you really are jealous. All that kindness and patience before was fake. Apologize to Jingjing right now. If there's a next time, I won't let it slide." When Hu Jingjing saw he wasn't going to punish me, a flash of dissatisfaction crossed her eyes. "Brother Li Yan, if Sister Bai Jing hates me this much, maybe I should just go home. I'm scared that after she marries you, she'll have everyone in the house bully me too." Li Yan gritted his teeth. "Bai Jing, I won't say it a third time. Apologize." I narrowed my eyes. I didn't move an inch, and he was furious. He said coldly, "Looks like you won't learn unless I get rough. Guards, drag her back to the torture room and teach her a lesson." My sister had been a regular there too. The moment I stepped inside, several men closed in on me with filthy grins. People are always like this with someone who's fallen from grace. They only want to trample them harder, especially when that person used to be some untouchable immortal. "The fairy's back. Miss us already? Last time, we took real good care of you for days." Still gets me excited thinking about it. Miss Hu told us to make sure you're treated real well. We even prepared a few special toys just for you. I played dumb and asked, "Oh, what's that?" The man burst out laughing. "Bring over the wooden horse. Let's let the fairy have a taste today." They dragged over a huge wooden torture horse. If a woman were forced onto it, she'd be lucky to survive. I curled my lips into a creepy smile. Something that nice should stay with you. With a casual point, I slammed one of the men down onto it with invisible force. A pig-like scream tore through the room. The other two were horrified. They turned to run, but I flashed in front of the door. I smiled darkly. "Don't rush. You'll each get your turn." They dropped to their knees, trembling and begging for mercy. "Mercy, immortal, we were blind. We didn't know who you were. We were wrong. We swear we'll never do it again." It was Miss Hu. She told us to torture you as hard as we could. "Please let us go. Spare our lives." I watched their fear with cold amusement and sent each of them onto the wooden horse too. They stared at me like I was a demon, but I still wasn't done. I looked around the torture room and tried every single tool on them.